Hello, welcome to Flyers TV, powered by ATPI for a brand new season of European North Basketball League action as the Bristol Flyers take on the Bakken Bears live from the Sparkassen Basketball Centre in Aarhus, Denmark. Tonight marks the European opener for both of these teams in the ENBL this season as Coach K's ULUK Flyers take on the defending ENBL champions out in Denmark. Very warm welcome to you at home. My name's Joel Osborne and thanks for tuning in to what promises to be an exciting game in store this evening. Of course, you see both teams being introduced to the court. Tonight's opponents, the Bakken Bears, will be looking to begin their ENBL title defence with a win in front of their home fans after winning the Danish and ENBL double last season under head coach Anders Sommer. Meanwhile, the Flyers, they are back for their second appearance in the ENBL this season, having reached the playoff quarter-final last time around. Of course, these two teams met in the group stage of the ENBL last season. The Bears came out on top, a narrow 4-point win over the Flyers at the SGS College Arena. But with ULUK rosters at both ends of the court tonight, this game promises to be an absolute thriller. See the Bakken Bears squad being introduced to the home fans. A couple of new faces into their side this season. Looking at the form guide coming into tonight's game, the Bears have a 2-1 record in the Danish top flight so far. They're currently on a 2-game win streak since their opening night disappointment to closest rivals Horsens in a game that saw former Flyers guard Trajan Jacob finish with a joint team high 24 points. As for Flyers, they'll be looking to bounce back from opening night disappointment in the Super League trophy. They suffered a 22-point loss to the Leicester Riders away from home. Of course, Coach Kapoulis, who's entering his 20th season with the club, he'll be looking to bounce back here this evening and get his side's European campaign off to a winning start. Well, let's talk you through tonight's team news, starting with the hosts, Bakken Bears. They are led by head coach Anders Sommer. Just 4 returnees to their squad from last season in Marcus Vinther, Skylar Bolin, Sylvester Burke and Darko Jukic, who had a 17-point performance in the previous meeting against Flyers last season. New additions, Errol King from Austrian side Kaffenberg Bulls and American centre Jacob Polakovic add fire to their front court for the Bears, but look out for rookie wing Terrence Hargrove Jr., who's been the Bears' leading scorer in the early stages of the season, averaging just over 17 points per game. As we talk through the team news for the Bristol Flyers this evening, Keely Johnson will be looking to replicate his early pre-season form, which saw him have a 30-point performance against the Surrey 89ers, and a new backcourt partnership with sharpshooting rookie Trey Tennyson out of TCU has shown promising signs in the early stages of the season. Damon Robinson and Owen McCormack both offer spacing in the front court for the Flyers this season. And the addition of GB international Evan Walsh has provided a spark plug off the bench as well. Raf Thomas-Edwards, who missed the season opener against Leicester Riders, has travelled to Denmark this week, and having warmed up with the team tonight, we could potentially see a return to play this evening for the Flyers co-captain. Well, we are just moments away from the ball going up at the Sparkassen Denmark Basketball Centre. Tonight marks the first of 8 midweek group stage games in the ENBL this season. Both of these teams were drawn into Group B of the competition alongside tough opposition, the likes of Bamberg of Germany, Legia Warsaw of Poland and Dinamo Bucharest of Romania as well. Top 4 from each group advance to the ENBL playoffs before Final 4 will be held at a central location in April 25. Of course, it was on this court that Bakken Bears did lift the ENBL championship. They picked up a narrow 4-point win over Romanian side CSO Voluntari, and their title defence begins tonight with the visit of the Bristol Flyers. As for Bristol, last season they reached the ENBL playoff quarter-final. They fell in a tough series against Lithuanian side BC Cholet. The Lithuanian side advanced to the Final Four by 19 points on aggregate. There's a look at your starting five for Bristol Flyers tonight. An unchanged 5 to the 5 that fell to Leicester Riders away from home in the opening game of the SLB Trophy. Keely Johnson and Trey Tennyson in the backcourt alongside Jared Sherfield, Kendall Lewis and Demond Robinson. Of course, don't forget, tonight marks the first of their 8 games in the ENBL, 4 of those taking place at the SGS College Arena. If you head to the Bristol Flyers website right now, you can grab your tickets for all 4 of the Flyers ENBL games. You can also grab them as a package as well. Head to bristolflyers.co.uk to find out more. There's your starting lineup for the Bakken Bears this evening. Skylar Bolin and Terence Hargrove Jr. in the backcourt. Bears veteran Darko Jukic on the wing, alongside Urod King and Sylvester Berg playing inside. Well, Coach Kapoulas, 20th season with the Bristol Flyers. He's been with the club since its formation in 2005, alongside assistant coach Nick Burns. They've guided the club through the national leagues, all the way from NBL Division 3 to Division 1. They lifted the Div 1 title in 2011, the National Cup in 2010, and subsequently entered the British Basketball League in 2014. And now 10 years into their top flight journey, the team is playing European basketball as tonight marks their 2nd season in the ENBL. You see Anders Sommer, he led his side to a double delight last year. They claimed the domestic and European title for the ENBL to add to their extensive trophy cabinet. It's going to be Demond Robinson who goes up for the opening jump, which is won by the Flyers. And they will get this first possession of the game. Here's Kendall Lewis. Skips it across to Sherfield. He's wide open for 3, and he knocks it down. And Bristol Flyers, their first field goal of the game. And they lead 3-0. Here's Skylar Bowlin, finds Jukic, back top to Bolin. Guarded closely by Keely Johnson. Jukic looking to put it on the floor. A whistle is called. It's going to stay with the Bakken Bears. The blocking foul is called against the Bristol Flyers. It's going to be Bolin to inbound. Finds Berg. Bolin looking to go backdoor. Bit of miscommunication on the pass, but Bolin able to save it from going out of play. Jukic, skip pass, open 3, knocks it down. And Hargrove Jr. responds with the triple at the other end. Robinson. Here's Trey Tennyson, shot clock down to 8. Ball screen comes from Demond Robinson. He pulls up from the elbow, bounces around the rim, couldn't get the drop. Bolin. King, top of the 3-point line. It's stolen by Lewis. Flyers with numbers in transition. Tennyson puts it on the floor, floats it up, looking inside for Lewis. Sherfield open again for 3, this time off the back iron. All tied up at 3 points apiece. Minute and a half into this first quarter. Nice pass inside. King floats it up. He goes off the back iron. Keely Johnson chases down the rebound. Johnson sizing up his man, driving middle, nowhere to go, kicks it out to Tennyson. Screen comes from Demond Robinson. Tennyson with the mismatch, Lewis, he'll fire up for 3. Is short, and the rebound is secured by King. Jukic kicks it out to Bolin. Bolin looking to call the play for Bakken Bears, inside to Jukic. King fires up for 3. He can't get it to go. It's going to be a whistle on the play. The offensive rebound was chased down by Earl King, and that will send him to the line to shoot 2 shots. Well, Earl King at the line, 6'6" forward, 7th year as a pro. Joined the Bakken Bears from the Kaffenberg Bulls over the summer. 14.5 points, 8.5 rebounds a game out in Austria. Knocks down both of the free throws. Give Bakken that early 2-point lead. Bit of full court pressure being shown by the Bears. Johnson finds Sherfield. Robinson calling for it inside. Swings it to Tennyson. It's almost stolen away. Tennyson does well to retain possession. Shot clock at 6. It is stolen away. Good defense from the Bears. Bolin, great pass. And it's Berg who puts it in off the glass. Bakken stretching it out to a 4-point lead. It's almost stolen away again by Bakken. Kendall Lewis, skip pass. It's going to be a out of bounds, I believe. As it will go back to the Bakken Bears. Jukic to inbound to get us back underway. Bolin. Closely guarded by Johnson up the back court. Jukic, top of the 3-point line. Swings it. Oh, it's stolen away by the Flyers, and Bakken that dive on the loose ball. It's going to be a reach-in foul as Kendall Lewis comes away with it. Frantic play in these first few moments. Johnson finds Kendall Lewis. Sherfield now. Back to Johnson. The ball screen comes from Robinson. Robinson at the elbow, kicks it out. Last touch by the Bakken Bears. Bristol Flyers will retain possession with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Tennyson coming off the screen. Johnson has to get it in here. And it's stolen away. King able to come away with it and just loses control of the ball. And possession will go back to the Bristol Flyers here. You just see Keely Johnson turning the ball over and just comes off the leg of King. Flyers trailing by 4. Just over 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here's Johnson coming off the screen from Lewis. Robinson, top of the key, splashes it. And Bristol Flyers back to within 2. Jukic, skip pass. 3-pointer is up, it's way off the mark from Hargrove Jr. Trey Tennyson looking to push, floats it up, floats it in. And we're tied at 7 points apiece. Bolin, screen comes from King. Now here's Jukic. Stolen again by the Flyers, and they've got numbers in transition. Johnson back to Tennyson, puts it up. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called. And Trey Tennyson will go to the line, chance to put Flyers in front here. Oh, McCormack checking into the game for the first time. First taste of European basketball for him. Trey Tennyson finds himself at the line. Of course, rookie season out of TCU. Played all 34 games for TCU in the Big 12 last season. 62 made threes. He certainly built a name for himself already in the early stages of the season as being a real sharp shooter for this Bristol Flyers team. As he takes a well-earned break, as Flyers lead by 2. Bolin finds Jukic. Screen comes from King. Three-pointer is up, nothing but net. And Berg knocks down his second three of the game. McCormack off the pressure, it's stolen away by Bakken. Bakken, 2-on-1 opportunity. Bolin puts it up. And Jukic is fouled inside. And that will send him to the line to shoot 2. Well, Danberville checks into the game. He's inbounding the ball and it's knocked loose away by Kendall Lewis. So Bakken will inbound from the sideline here. Bolin. Screen comes from King. Find inside, nice pass. And a strong finish by Earl King. Flyers trailing by 3. Johnson, nowhere to go. Gets it back though. Nice pass inside to Owen McCormack. He finishes off the glass for 2. Bolin dribbles inside, kicks it back. Nice pass inside to King. King through contact, kicks it out though. Shot clock winding down, and it's stolen away by the Flyers. They've got numbers in transition. Sherfield to the bucket, puts it up and in. What an incredible reverse finish by Jared Sherfield. Flyers leading by 1. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Danberville. Hand in the face. Can't get it to go, but offensive rebound corralled by Berg. Nice move, and it's stripped away, but a foul is called. And that will send Sylvester Berg to the line to shoot 2. Well, wholesale changes from both of these teams as Polakovic comes in to the game. Big 7-footer for Bakken Bears. Kendall Lewis also takes a seat. Leslie Smith enters the game for the first time. Also Evan Walsh into the game for the Bristol Flyers too. Well, Sylvester Berg, 26-year-old Danish forward. He's averaged 8.9 points, 5.4 rebounds per game last season for the Bakken Bears. So very active on the offensive glass as well. Just over 3 offensive rebounds a game. Can't come up with a second though. Here's Walsh. Top to Johnson, puts it on the floor. It's going to be a travel. And that'll be a turnover for the Bristol Flyers. Danberville with the inbounds. Bolin to the bucket. Nice pass. Oh, it's blocked by McCormack. And Leslie Smith able to get it to Johnson. Johnson pushing down the lane, floats it up off the back iron, chasing down the rebound. Ends up with the loose ball. Great hustle from Johnson. Finds Trey Tennyson. Hands all over the place. It's going to be a jump ball called, and that is great hustle from the Bristol Flyers. See a few words being exchanged between Johnson and Polakovic. And the possession arrow does point towards the Bakken Bears. Well, here you see it on the replay. Johnson diving first to that loose ball, goes through the legs of Polakovic, and then also Trey Tennyson getting his hands on it as well. Count it, and one, as Polakovic will go to the line for a bonus. Well, Polakovic, he averaged a double-double of 10 points and 10 rebounds per game last season in Italy. Joined the Bakken Bears this summer from the Italian second division, and he's able to convert on a three-point play. Bears on top by 2. Under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Johnson. Cormac at the elbow, backing down his defender, kicks it out to Smith. Smith back inside to McCormack. Going to work once again, fading away. Offensive rebound by Leslie Smith, and that is Bristol Flyers basketball. 2 offensive rebounds, Leslie Smith and then Keely Johnson, who puts it in for 2. Vinther. Polakovic fakes the handoff. Nowhere to go. Berg looking to go back door. Back to Vinther. Shot clock down to 5. Polakovic has to shoot off the front iron. Jared Sherfield finds Smith. Hands off with Johnson. Smith open, top of the three-point line. Nice pass. And Evan Walsh gets his first European bucket in a Bristol Flyers uniform. Feel the intensity just shifted up a gear these last few possessions or so. Just over 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. D'Amberville can't get the 3 to go. Chases down the rebound, puts it in off the gloves. Bakken on top by 1. Johnson, closely guarded by D'Amberville. Calls for a screen from McCormack. Rolling to the basket, ends up turning it over. Oh, it's almost stolen back by Sherfield though. D'Amberville puts it on the floor, able to draw the foul. And that'll send EJ D'Amberville to the line. Damon Robinson checks back into the game. Corey Samuels also enters the game for the first time tonight for Bristol. Both teams going deep into the rotation in this first quarter. Well, EJ D'Amberville, second-year pro out of Florida Southern College. He joined the Bears this summer from fellow Danish side team Navested. Just under 10 points and 8 rebounds in the Danish league last season. Knocks down the second, makes it a 2-point game. Under a minute to go in the first. Walsh swings to Samuels. Here's Leslie Smith, kicks out to Evan Walsh. He's wide open for 3. Can't get the triple to go. And the rebound secured by D'Amberville. Skip pass. Polakovic pulls out to Jukic. Jukic fakes the pass. Kick out. There's a wide open 3. Can't get it to go. And Polakovic with the offensive rebound. Nice pass. And the foul was called before the ball went up. Well, it might be in travel even. Will be Bristol Flyers basketball though. Shot clock is turned off. Walsh winding the clock down. Calls for the screen from Leslie Smith. Walsh turns the corner, able to draw the foul. With 1.7 seconds to go on the clock, Evan Walsh will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. And of course, Evan Walsh, that's his game. You've seen just how great he is at drawing fouls in the early part of the season for Bristol Flyers. It's that ability to change speed and change direction. Can't convert on the first free throw. Chance to cut it down to a 2-point game. Knocks down the second. There's 1.7 on the game clock here. The ball goes in, and that will do it for the end of a back and forth first quarter. But the hometown Bakken Bears lead 20 points to 18 at the end of one. And if you just joined us, it's been back and forth between these two teams. The home team led by as many as 4, Flyers led by as many as 3. And Sylvester Berg leads the way with 6 points for the home side. Don't forget, Flyers fans, you can next see the Flyers in action. They take on the Surrey 89ers on Saturday, October 5th. A few tickets left for that one. Head to bristolflyers.co.uk to secure your ticket now. And then don't forget the first home game of the ENBL campaign for Coach Kapula's side. Flyers versus Bamberg Baskets from the German Bundesliga, Wednesday, October 16th. Tip-off for that one is set for 7:30 p.m. And you can grab your tickets for both games right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. Don't forget, you can also buy a 4-game bundle to see all 4 of the Flyers ENBL games, home games this season. Again, bristolflyers.co.uk is where you need to go to get your tickets now. Well, if you just joined us, Bakken Bears leading the Bristol Flyers after the first 10 minutes, 20 points to 18 at the end of one. Flyers are led by Jared Sherfield, has 5 points for the visitors. Let's look at some of those key plays from the first quarter. Sloppy at both ends, both teams committing turnovers. Flyers with 7 first quarter turnovers to Bakken's 6. I'm sure that'll be a key talking point in the timeout huddles from both the coaches. You see their ball just coming off the knee of King, and then Trey Tennyson getting into the game with a nice little floater in the lane. Berg knocking down the baseline 3 for 3 of his 6 first quarter points. And then that was a nice pass inside to Owen McCormack, who managed to get that reverse layup to go. Second quarter underway at Aarhus. Here's Smith, top to Robinson. Samuels now, guarded by Damberville. Robinson, mid-range 2, can't get it to go. Leslie Smith wrestling for the rebound. And it's last touched by the Bears. Samuels looking to inbound the ball. Finds Walsh, puts it on the floor. Euro step, puts it up, can't get it to go, but a foul is called. Evan Walsh again finds himself with another trip to the free throw line. It's just going to be the first personal foul on Jacob Polakovic. Well, Evan Walsh at the line. Of course, one of the big moves of the summer in the British Super League. Formerly played for the Manchester Giants of the British Basketball League. One of the big reasons for joining the Bristol Flyers, he said, in his first interview was the matched ambitions of Coach Kapoulas and the ambitions to play European basketball. Of course, tonight marks his debut in European competition, and he certainly looks right at home so far. Vinther finds Polakovic. D'Amberville calling for it, ends up with him. Ball into Darko Jukic. It's going to be a foul called on Jared Sherfield, I believe, or an offensive foul even. And that will go back to the Bristol Flyers. Chance for them to retake the lead here. There you see it on the replay. Just Leslie Smith was knocked back by Polakovic, and just like that, Jacob Polakovic picks up 2 quick personal fouls. Walsh, top to Samuels. Ball slips out of Leslie Smith's hands, but he's able to keep hold of it. Smith puts it on the floor into a double team. Ends up falling over, and he turns it over himself. And that'll be the Bristol Flyers' 9th turnover of this first half. Both teams finding it hard to take care of the ball in this first half so far. Jukic, guarded by Walsh. Screen comes from King. D'Amberville wide open at the 3-point line. It's stolen away by the Flyers. Here's Jared Sherfield. Robinson calling for it inside, top to Leslie Smith. Walsh sizing up his defender. Samuels. It's going to be a foul called on Sylvester Berg for reaching in on the entry pass. See his reaction to the call. See if we can see it on the replay. You see it right there. Reaching in on Leslie Smith. Smith hands off to Walsh. Samuels takes a screen from Robinson. Back to Walsh. Shot clock down to 6. Walsh picks up his dribble. Ends up turning it over as well. It's the Flyers' 10th turnover of this first half. Berg wide open for 3 off the side iron. Sherfield with the rebound. Walsh looking to go downhill, coast to coast, all the way to the bucket. Evan Walsh with the reverse layup. Jukic, he'll fire up a 3 of his own. Is short. Rebound chased down by Walsh. Finds Sherfield on the wing. Ball into Smith, puts it on the floor and ends up traveling with it. And again, that's an unforced turnover this time by the Bristol Flyers. As the timeout's called on the floor, both teams looking to talk this one through, but it is the Bristol Flyers that have that early 2-point advantage here. And of course, if this game goes anything like the last time these two teams met, where it was Bakken that took that 4-point win over the Flyers in the group stage of the ENBL last season, this game promises to be a very, very exciting game indeed. So make sure you share this with a friend. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Maybe we'll read some comments out during the next time out as well. So, of course, a good crowd in the house tonight out in Denmark. Fans certainly love their basketball in Bakken. A number of Flyers fans have also made the journey out to Denmark this week. So shout out to all of those that have made that journey on a Wednesday evening. Well, Coach Kapoulas just talked it through with his players during that last timeout. I'm sure one of the key talking points in that timeout would have been not to turn the ball over, but certainly a lot easier said than done. The defensive intensity in this game is high. Berg. Top to King. Here's D'Amberville, now finds Jukic, looking inside for Berg, looking to back down Evan Walsh. Sherfield with the reach in. D'Amberville has to go to work here, shot clock winding down. It's going to be a 24-second violation as Kendall Lewis gets the block. And that is the perfect possession out of the timeout for the Bristol Flyers. Samuels finds Robinson. Hands off with Sherfield. It's going to be a foul called away from the ball as Corey Samuels ends up on the deck. Foul was called on Skylar Bolin, I believe, for reaching in as Samuels is coming off the screen. And Bristol Flyers are in the bonus here for the last 7 minutes of this first half. Robinson finds Samuels. Shot clock down to 5. Samuels has to go to work. It's stolen away. And another turnover for the Bristol Flyers. Bolin. Top to D'Amberville. Ball inside to King. Up against Robinson. Great defense by the big fella. Back to King. Pulls it out. Deep 2. Splashes it. And we're tied up at 22 points apiece. Points are certainly hard to come by in this second quarter. Just 4 points apiece in this second as Sherfield can't get the layup to go. Bakken able to keep it from going out of play. Nice pass. And Darko Jukic with the finish. Bakken now on top by 2. Here's Samuels. Guarded by D'Amberville. Ball screen comes from Robinson. Samuels, nowhere to go, finds Walsh. Foul on the entry pass against King. They've called that a couple of times in this second quarter. It will send Damon Robinson to the free throw line because Bakken are in the penalty here. Keedy Johnson checks back into the game. Corey Samuels takes a seat for the Flyers. Well, Damon Robinson, first pro deal with the Bristol Flyers out of Kennesaw State University. He was the third leading scorer for them last season. It's 12 points, 7 rebounds a game in NCAA Division 1. He actually played in the same conference as Owen McCormack of the Bristol Flyers. They actually competed against each other in conference play last season, and now, of course, Bristol Flyers teammates playing in the UK. Bolin coming off the screen. Bolin to the basket, blocked by Johnson. But a foul is caught. It's going to be a goaltend against Keedy Johnson. You can see it here on the replay as Bolin blows past his defender. If the ball goes off the backboard first. Ooh. I'd like to see that one a bit slower. So if the ball went off the backboard first, the basket does count, but it looked to me that Keedy Johnson might have got to that one first on the replay. And I think Coach Kapoulis is going to challenge this call because they do have the ability to go to the video review, and yes, they are. And this is one of the perks of the ENBL this season. Both coaches getting a challenge. As we take this one through a little bit slower. The question is, did the ball hit the backboard first before Keedy Johnson blocked it? Because if the ball hit the backboard before the block, then the basket will count. They're going to try and go through it frame by frame, I think. Plays like this that could make the difference in a tight game like this, just a 2-point ball game in this one. Plays like that could be the difference maker. So it was a great challenge by Flyers head coach Andreas Kapoulis. The official still looking this one through. They have come to a decision on the far right of your screen. There'll be no basket. There's a great challenge from Flyers head coach Andreas Kapoulas, because the officials called the goaltend initially, and he's able to get that call overturned by looking at the video review. So 24 points each is the score. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. A very low scoring game out in Denmark so far. Well, we are all set to get back underway. Keely Johnson will inbound the ball and bring it up court for the Bristol Flyers. Here's Sherfield, back to Johnson. Bakken switching to his zone defense here. Walsh puts it on the floor, finds Lewis, and it's stolen away by d'Amberville. All the way to the bucket, scoops it up, can't get the layup to go. And the rebound grabbed in by, oh, it's stolen back by Bakken Bears. King puts it up, floats it in. Kendall Lewis looking to take the charge on that occasion. Bakken on top by 2. Still in this zone defense. Sherfield kicks it out to Robinson. Here's Johnson now. Screen comes from Robinson. Walsh. Robinson at the short corner. Great pass into Damon Robinson, who puts it up and in. All the way through contact. We are once again tied at 26. King open for 3. Can't get it to go. And the ball trickles over the top of the backboard for a Bristol Flyers ball. Midway through the second quarter. It's almost like a full court press back into a zone defense, isn't it? Sherfield inside to Lewis, now finds Robinson. It's a fadeaway jump shot and he gets fouled on the way. So Damon Robinson, another trip to the free throw line coming up for the Bristol Flyers. This is going to be trip number 9 and number 10 for Bristol Flyers to the foul line in the first half. Well, Robinson at the line. He actually began his college career at Murray State between 2019 and 2021. Averaged 6.5 points, 4.2 rebounds a game, before then transferring to Kennesaw State in 2021. His averages then increased every season for the next 3 years before turning pro with the Bristol Flyers this season. Here's Skylar Bolin. Berg. Hands off to Bolin. Turns the corner. It's got Johnson on him. d'Amberville. Back to Berg. Shot clock down to 5 here. Berg going to the basket. Can't get it to go. Second chance no good. d'Amberville again inside. Third chance no good. Another offensive rebound for the Bakken Bears. Ball into d'Amberville. It slips out of his hands. Keely Johnson comes away with it. Lewis spins. There's going to be a foul called as Kendall Lewis earns another pair of trips to the line here. It's been a very low scoring first half if you've just joined us. Here's a look at the replay as Robinson feeds Lewis in transition. Berg ends up on the deck and Lewis does well to draw the contact. Well, that's going to be King's first personal foul as Lewis knocks down the first free throw. Of course, first pro contract for him out of Illinois State University. follows in the footsteps of former Flyers guard Zach Copeland, becoming the second player out of Illinois State to sign a pro deal, first pro deal, with the Flyers. Flyers on top by 4. 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Bolin, closely guarded by Johnson, calling for the screen from King. Sherfield gambles on the pass. D'Amberville finds King inside, and Urod King, soft hook shot for 2. Johnson calling for a screen from Robinson. Smith now. Robinson has position. Sherfield on the wing. Puts it on the floor. Jared Sherfield to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Great offensive rebound for Damon Robinson, who muscles his way inside for 2. Bolin looking inside. There's a whistle. See it here on the replay as Robinson commits the foul. That will send Urod King to the line for 2 shots. Of course, Bakken Bears looking to defend that ENBL title, which they won last season right here on their home floor in Denmark. They beat CSO Voluntari from Romania. 4-point win for them at home. They find themselves in a 2-point hole here. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Ball into Sherfield. Smith finds Tennyson. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 10. Tennyson fakes the 3, puts it on the floor, pulls up for a mid-range 2 and knocks it down. Bolin, closely guarded by Johnson. Top to King. It's a whistle away from the ball. I think it's a moving screen. It is a moving screen on Urod King. And that's going to be his 3rd personal foul for the Bakken Bears. You see, just being explained to there that he has to plant his feet on those screens, and that will likely send him to the bench for the rest of this first half. Don't forget, Flyers fans, we've got some SLB hoops coming up for you this weekend. It's Surrey 89ers coming to Bristol, the home opener for Coach Kapoulis' side this October 5th, 7:30 p.m. tip-off. Your first chance to see the Flyers in competitive action at the Wise campus this season. Tickets available now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. And then don't miss this one. Bristol Flyers, their ENBL home opener against German Bundesliga side Bamberg Baskets, Wednesday, October 16th. And tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. Well, if you've just joined us, it's been a very low-scoring first half between these two teams. Bakken won the first quarter, 20 points to 18. The Flyers have outscored Bamberg 16 points to 10 so far in this second period. Tennyson gets us back underway. Cormac. Top to Johnson. Trey Tennyson thought about the 3. Back to Keedy Johnson. Calls for a screen from McCormack. Johnson, skip pass. Tennyson wide open for 3. Can't get it to go though. And the rebound is gobbled up by Polakovic. Bolin finds Jukic, closely guarded by McCormack. Jukic looking to put it on the floor. Nice skip pass to Hargrove. Can't get the 3 to go. Tennyson. He thought about the three. Smith swings it to McCormack. Tennyson coming off the screen into a double team. Trey Tennyson backing down. Nice move. And Trey Tennyson can't finish. And Polakovic with another rebound. Both teams struggling to find the basket in this first half. Flyers on top by 4. Jukic. Another three-pointer on the way. This time is good for Urold King. And Bakken Bears just like that, back to within 1. Johnson. Screen comes from McCormack. Tennyson into a double team. It's poked loose by Bowlin. And it's last touched by the Flyers. So just like that, the Bakken Bears have a chance to retake the lead here with under a minute to go in this first half. Jukic. Screen from Polakovic. Bolin for 3 is short. Offensive rebound by Polakovic. Closely guarded by McCormack and last touched by the Bears for a Bristol Flyers ball. Around about 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So Johnson will wind this one down as far as he can. 5 to shoot. Johnson, deep 3, off the glass and in. And Keedy Johnson from downtown is exactly what the Flyers needed going into the first half. And they take a 37-33 lead into the locker rooms at half-time. Well, it has been a back-and-forth first half between these two teams. Urold King leads the way with 15 first-half points for Bakken, but it's the Flyers that have an early lead in this one, 37 points to 33 at the half. We'll be back with you for second-half action in just under 15 minutes' time.
On the baseline. Oh my goodness, play of the game.
Today, we celebrate a milestone moment for Bristol Flyers. As we all look back on an incredible 20 seasons, we are thrilled to announce a new chapter in the journey, both for Flyers and for us at WOB Competitions.
From the very beginning, I had the privilege of guiding the team through every division, the top flight, and now European competition. We faced challenges, celebrated victories, and built a legacy that we're incredibly proud of. As we step into the new era of Super League basketball, we're very excited for the future. The next 20 years promise even greater moments, and we're ready for the challenge.
I'm delighted to announce WOB Competitions as the new principal partner to the Bristol Flyers. This partnership aligns with our commitment to celebrate both excellence and ambition. Our competitions give you the chance to win exclusive experiences at some of the UK's most iconic venues.
We're proud to share our ambitions with a company that mirrors our growth and aspirations.
Together, with Bristol Flyers, we look forward to an exciting future, filled with unforgettable moments and continued success.
No one goes further than ATPI to get our customers and understand what you need. We know that different people, in different roles, in different industries, need different things. And you want a specialist to deliver what really matters. We know the way your business works and what you need to get the job done. We're on call at any time, getting your teams almost anywhere. When the trip goes from A to B to Z, we make it hassle-free. At ATPI, our purpose is clear. Through our group of specialist businesses, ATPI Corporate Travel, Marine Travel and Energy Travel, Mining Travel, Events, Sports Travel, and Direct ATPI, we will deliver what really matters to you and your organisation. ATPI, delivering what really matters.
ENBLeague. Ice in the veins. Ice, 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 ice in the veins. ENBLeague. Ice in the veins. Ice in the veins. Ice, 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 ice in the veins. ENBLeague.
An eye on that for you. Here's Jackson driving to the middle, Hunter in the corner, back to Jackson, sets himself for three, string music for Zach Jackson. Really nice drive to the basket, tipped off the rim though by Jackson, and Leicester can push. Abercrombie chase back, knock loose, but it falls to Wright, who lays it in.
Well, a good hustle play from Johnson to get back to knock the ball away, but
Jackson gets it back on the handoff, goes all the way to the rim himself, and Leicester 5 of 5, lead 12-0. Wow. Evan Walsh in and Leslie Smith, both very experienced. Walsh joining from Manchester in the summer, strings it, there we go, first points on the board for the Bristol Flyers, a three from Tennyson. Wow. Good rebound from Wright, looking to push himself, slapped away from him, great steal by Tennyson. He's going hard, drives to the rim and finishes well.
wow, Tennyson really does look smooth.
Oh, nice out of bounds play, the quick three. Up. Samuels round the high screen, all the way to the basket. Corey Samuels lays it in.
You miss everything. There's no offensive rebounding opportunities, of course.
Final minute of the first quarter, 23-12. Here's Walsh looking for some help, finds him in the corner for three, and he knocks down another one. Great production off the bench. It's into Walsh. Bowman on his back, goes the long way round and is able to kiss it in off the window. Beautiful move from Evan Walsh. He's got Washington, a lot of room for three. He had a sighter earlier and he knocks that one down. 28-18, Leicester lead. Although a chance here to make it single figures again. It wasn't the cleanest scene there from Robinson, but it went in, that's the important bit.
That's it, it's a really good creative setup there from Keely Johnson.
Oh, nice move from Shelton. You don't see him doing that too often. Riders have led from the opening tip thus far. Nice pass, and jammed in. Beautiful pass.
The excitement of a new game, a new season can wear off, and you've really got to dig deep sometimes to find your rhythm.
Nice pass. Great assist there.
Zach Jackson, I thought he was excellent in his third season with the Riders 2 years ago.
Nice drive to the basket, and an even better finish from Lewis. Walsh in the open court. He decides to let the three go and knock it down. Evan Walsh, the former Leicester player. Back down low to Robinson. He's trying to move Thompson to the hook. Oh, good follow and tipped home by Sherfield.
Wow, nice.
Walsh. All the way to the basket for another and one, is it? Well, the referee's just going to have a conversation there. Here's Jackson. Abercrombie for three, knocks it down. Another triple for Leicester, their seventh of the first half.
Before the game was saying, yes, you may be impressed by Jalen Hunter's athletic ability on the offensive end, but he's a really good defender.
Oh, what a block from Robinson, throwing it back out.
Nice finish there in the paint.
Lewis, good pass. Robinson underneath. But he has got 20 points on the board. Here's Walsh. Oh, pinned to the glass by Thompson. Wow. Hunter. Johnson trying to channel his energy in the positive way. Good rebound from Robinson to put it back for two. Tennyson started the game pretty brightly, trying to add to his tally. There's a lay-in for him.
Interesting player. Scores the ball effortlessly at times, and I think if you could get the ball in his hands more.
Oh, Shelton finds Bowman underneath.
Blake Bowman for an easy finish.
Nice pass in the corner. Sheffield wide open, knocks down a much needed 3 for Bristol. Call that a draw, shall we? 1 each?
Sure.
Nice pass. Johnson cutting to the basket, all on his own.
Just 15 points in the third quarter. Just haven't been able to string consistently conversions, and as I say, Owen McCormack.
Tennyson gets the step, drives in, challenge, but makes it play. Here's Bowman from 3/4 court. It's after the buzzer. It doesn't go anyway.
No, I think that's you articulated that kindly as well, Dan.
Jackson, nobody does that better than he, really.
Such a difficult shot as well, but it really is next level.
Nice swing into the ball to the open shooter in the corner, and Sheffield knocks it down.
Really good swing of the ball there, and it was really good initial defense from Leicester Riders. Good pressure on the screen there.
Washington gets those 3 right back, wide open.
If he is healthy, the feature of him, his emotions are very balanced, aren't they? He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, and you often say that you need that to perform at elite level.
Well, that had everything but the finish there for the Flyers. The ball movement was excellent. Should Windle tip in the 2001 playoff final then?
No.
Oh, there we go.
Zach Jackson was probably still drinking milk.
Disappointed. Nice finish from Hunter. Tennyson spinning himself. That's a beautiful move. In the uber difficult South group, mathematically difficult. Nice pass. Oh, what a block. Super covering there at the rim by Kendall Lewis. Here's Hunter, shot clock at 6. He's got loads of time and space, and he makes Bristol play with the triple.
Well, that has been a constant theme, isn't it?
You make that sort of volume in the 40s, percentage-wise, it's going to be a good night for you. You tend to win at that sort of production. Hunter knocks down another 3. He's found his shooting touch here late in the game. And time expires as Landolfi fires on the buzzer, but a big opening night win for the Leicester Riders here. They started the game absolutely on fire.
No one goes further than ATPI to get our customers and understand what you need. We know that different people, in different roles, in different industries, need different things. And you want a specialist to deliver what really matters. We know the way your business works and what you need to get the job done. We're on call at any time, getting your teams almost anywhere. When the trip goes from A to B to Z, we make it hassle-free. At ATPI, our purpose is clear. Through our group of specialist businesses, ATPI Corporate Travel, Marine Travel and Energy Travel, Mining Travel, Events, Sports Travel, and Direct ATPI. We will deliver what really matters to you and your organisation. ATPI, delivering what really matters.
Where champions emerge and redefine the game, where limits are tested and greatness is unleashed. This is when legends are born. Super League Basketball. A new dawn is here.
Welcome back to Flyers TV, powered by ATPI. We're getting set for second half action in the European North Basketball League between Bristol Flyers and the Bakken Bears. It's Bristol Flyers on top, 37 points to 33 at the half. If you've just joined us, it's been a back and forth game. Both teams turning the ball over quite a lot. I mean, Bristol Flyers 14 turnovers in the first half compared to Bakken Bears' 11. And I'm sure that would have been a key talking point for both of these head coaches at the half-time break. If you're watching the game on YouTube, do let us know in the comments section where you're tuning in from. We'll read out some comments on air as this second half rolls on. Don't forget, you can watch every Bristol Flyers game in the European North Basketball League this season right here on Flyers TV, powered by ATPI. Quick look at the numbers at the half. Damon Robinson leads the way for the visitors. 10 points to his name in that first half. Evan Walsh not too far behind. 7 points for him coming off the bench. And as for the Bakken Bears, they are led by Urod King, who has 15 points at the half-time break to go along with 2 rebounds. The next leading scorer is Sylvester Berg, who has 6. 5 of those coming in the first quarter. Looking at the team stats, Flyers are out rebounding Bakken so far, 18 to 15. They're shooting 48% from the field compared to Bakken's 34%. They've got 18 points in the paint as well, and that's been the difference maker so far in this one. Third quarter officially underway. Is Bolin. Finds Jukic. Skip past to Hargrove Jr. Driving down the middle. Floats it up off the back iron. Can't get it to go. There's offensive rebound. King's putback is short. And Keedy Johnson rips away the rebound. Johnson pushing. Throws it down. Robinson open for 3. Off the back iron. Bolin. Pushing in transition. Bolin to the bucket, can't get it to go. It will be basket interference. The basket will count for Bakken Bears. The backboard was slapped by Damon Robinson. You can see it here on the replay. Oh, by Kendall Lewis even. Here's Tennyson. Johnson. Back to Damon Robinson. Hands off with Keedy Johnson. Kendall Lewis on the wing. Inside to the big fella. Backing down Urod King. The turnaround hook shot. Bobbles in and out. Can't get it to go. Oh, nothing but net the other end. 3-pointer is good. And Skylar Bolin knocks it down. Lewis finds Jared Sherfield. Knocked down of bounds by Skylar Bolin. He's all fired up after that. Knocking down the 3 at one end, knocking it out of bounds at the other. He's looking to carry his team through here with a 1-point lead. Lewis, hands off with Tennyson, fakes the 3, puts it on the floor. Back to Kendall Lewis, looking to rip through. It's going to be a foul called, and a blocking foul on the Bakken Bears. Sylvester Berg is on the floor. You see it on the replay. Look, Kendall Lewis just looking to rip through, and I think he caught Sylvester Berg in the you-know-whats. Johnson to inbound. Looking to get it into Robinson, but finds Trey Tennyson in the end. Shot clock down to 10. Tennyson, screen comes from Robinson. Tennyson back to Johnson. Johnson fakes it, puts it on the floor. Nice pass into Robinson, who floats it in for 2. Great ball movement from the Bristol Flyers. Bolin. Nice pass and a great finish. No foul called by the officials, but King gets it to go. Now gets his tally up to 17 points in this game. Nice move to the basket. Kendall Lewis can't get the finish, and Jared Sherfield commits the foul after the King rebound. Chance for Bakken to extend their 1-point lead here. Bolin looking to direct traffic. Screen comes from King. Looking for King inside. King off the glass, gets it to go. And Bakken Bears extend their lead to 3. Johnson swings to Sherfield. McCormack fakes the screen. Oh, it's stolen away by Bakken Bears, and Skylar Bolin puts it in off the glass. The fans enjoy that, and a timeout's been called by the Bristol Flyers, because Bakken Bears have opened this third quarter on a 9-2 run here, as Coach Kapoulas looks to stop momentum and talk this one through. Well, Year-Old Kings just picked up where he left off in that first half, now up to 19 points to go along with his 5 rebounds, really putting the team on his back here. The next leading scorer for Bakken is Skylar Bolin, who has 7 points to go along with his 5 assists. Well, early timeout called by Coach Kapoulas, his side. As Bakken Bears open this third quarter on an 11-2 run to push the lead out to 44 points to 39. What kind of response can Coach Kapoulas cook up in this timeout here? Here's Johnson. Finds McCormack. It's going to be an offensive foul, as McCormack just pushes off his defender. And momentum is well and truly in Bakken's favour here in this third period. Bolin, guarded by Johnson. Takes the screen from Berg. Bolin for 3 is short. Heat check for him. Sherfield pushing in transition, finds Johnson open for 3, can't get it to go. Chases down the rebound, and this time gets the floater to go. Bolin knocked loose by Kendall Lewis. Bakken Bears will inbound here from the sideline. It's going to be Bolin to get it back in. 6.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bears on top by 3. Berg, guarded by Lewis, finds Bolin. He's got Keedy Johnson on him. Shot clock winding down. Great defense by the Flyers. Flyers have numbers. Lewis puts it up, can't get the finish. There's Evan Walsh on the follow. And just like that, it's down to a 1-point game. Jukic kicks it out. Berg thought about the 3, puts it on the floor, finds Jukic once again. He's wide open for 3. This time takes it. Can't make it though. Lewis with the board. Walsh ends up on the deck, gets both hands on it, and it's going to be tied up for a jump ball. The possession arrow pointing towards the Bristol Flyers. You see Walsh just slipping on the court there. Usually that's his game, going downhill in transition like that. Berg takes the seat for the Bakken Bears. 6 points to his name, 3 rebounds as well. Here's Keedy Johnson. Coming off the screen from McCormack. Ends up with it. Walsh sets the back screen. Hands off with Evan Walsh. It's going to be a foul called away from the ball. Johnson's going to get it back in from the sideline. Shot clock at 14. Into Lewis. Lewis to the bucket. Can't get it to go. Ends up with the offensive rebound, though. The second chance opportunity no good. Bolin coming off the screen from King. Looking for King inside. It's stolen away by Walsh. Walsh looking to go downhill to the basket. Able to draw the foul. And that's what Evan Walsh does best. Able to draw that contact and earn more trips to the free throw line for the Bristol Flyers. This is going to be their 13th and 14th trip to the line tonight. And Evan Walsh just gets clobbered in the lane. Well, Evan Walsh at the foul line, as we said in the first half, one of the biggest moves of the off-season in the Super League. Began his pro career with the Surrey Scorchers in the 2020-21 season. He quickly built that reputation for being one of the most exciting British young players in the country. Spells with Leicester Riders as well. And then Manchester Giants last season, where he really made a name for himself with some season-high performances. Here's Jukic up against Smith. D'Amberville for three. Rattles around and gets the drop. EJ D'Amberville puts it in for three. Johnson, Smith. Hands off with Keedy Johnson. No foul, says the referee, but Johnson will pull up for three. Can't get it to go. Leslie Smith looking to bat it out, but nice pass out to King with the lefty finish off the glass. Bears on top by 4. McCormack. Hands off with Jared Sherfield. Players ended up on the deck. It's going to be a kickball violation, which will go back to the Bristol Flyers. See Skylar Bolin liking his team's defensive intensity in this third quarter. Sherfield to inbound. Here's Keedy Johnson. Screen from McCormack. Johnson goes the other way. Smith's open from 3. Puts it on the floor. Kicks it out to Owen McCormack. Three-pointer is short. Rebound is secured by Bakken. Jukic to the basket. Stripped away by Leslie Smith. Great hands by the big fella. See it here on the replay, just timed that one to perfection. Ball inside, Polakovic going to work, kicks it out to Jukic now. He's got Evan Walsh on it. Shot clock winding down, Jukic has to shoot, tough fadeaway jumper. Can't get it to go. And both teams pointing in the other direction. It will go towards Bristol Flyers, though. And they have a chance to chip away at this Bakken Bears lead. You can see it on the replay, who it last came off of. Johnson. Hands off with Leslie Smith. Nice backdoor pass. Oh, what a block! Ends up in the hands of Evan Walsh, though. Shot clock is down to 6. Walsh has to go to work. Goes middle. What a Euro step layup. Evan Walsh off the window with the soft touch. Oh, it's stolen away again by the Flyers. And Keedy Johnson to the basket, lays it in. And just like that, we're tied up at 49 points apiece. Timeout Bears. Well, Bakken Bears came out of the blocks All guns blazing in that third quarter. They went on that 11-2 run to start the second half. And then Bristol Flyers, they came storming back. And find ourselves all tied up at 49 points apiece. Here's a look at some of those key plays. It's great hands from Keely Johnson, and then Evan Walsh just put it on a plate for him. And the easiest finish Johnson will get all night, that lefty finish off the glass. Well, Coach Kapoulis talking things through here. His side looking to bounce back from opening night disappointment against the Leicester Riders in the Super League Basketball Trophy. They do face Surrey Scorchers next up on Saturday at the SGS College Arena. Tonight marks the ENBL season opener for both of these teams in Group B. Of course, if you're quite new to European North Basketball League action, each team plays 8 games in group stage, 4 home, 4 away, and then the top 4 from each group go through to the ENBL playoff quarter-final, which is over aggregate score. The winner of that will advance to the final 4 in a central location held in April next year. Bit of full court pressure shown by the Flyers. King doesn't want to be there, and it's stolen away by Bristol. Johnson round the back, and it's knocked loose out of bounds. It will stay with the Bristol Flyers. And another great defensive possession out of a timeout for Coach Kapoulis' side. You see there, last touch by Skylar Bolin. So it will stay with the Flyers as Johnson looks to get it inbounds from the baseline. Ball into Damon Robinson. Here's Evan Walsh now. Tied up at 49 points apiece. Smith thought about the 3, pulls up for a mid-range 2, and it's going to be a travel against the Flyers big man. Just lifted his pivot foot before putting the ball on the floor. And it'll be a turnover for the Bristol Flyers once again. Bolin. King. Ball inside to King. Nice pass, and Ruud King finishes looking for a foul, but nothing was given by the officials. Walsh swings to Johnson. Johnson into a double team. Back to Evan Walsh. Thought about the 3, puts it on the floor. Calling for the ball screen from Damon Robinson. Evan Walsh to the basket, fakes it, puts it up, can't get the finish. He does strip it out of bounds though. Stop that fast break from Bakken. Evan Walsh now up to 13 points tonight to go along with 3 rebounds for the Bristol Flyers. The team's leading scorer. Bolin, top to King. Malakovic looking for it inside. Ball screen comes from King. King plants his feet. Can't get the 3 to drop. Walsh going downhill. Pulls it back out. Finds Tennyson. Damon Robinson, why not? No good on the 3 though. Rebound secured by King. Bolin looking inside for Polakovic. Gets it to go. Thought about it and got the drop. Here's Keely Johnson. Screen from Leslie Smith. Johnson turning the corner, going downhill, puts it up, can't get it to go. It's going to be an offensive foul called on Keely Johnson as Skylar Bolin takes the contact. See it here, he comes across on help defense, plants his feet, and almost left the ground there. It's the offensive foul was called. Bakken Bears on top by 4, just over a minute to go in this third quarter. Led by as many as 5, the Bears. Welcome back. Just had a couple of technical difficulties at our end, but we are back, and Bristol Flyers are trailing by 3 here. EJ D'Amberville at the line, chance to extend the lead. He knocks down the first. One to come for EJ D'Amberville. Can't get the second to go, and the rebound is gobbled up by Damon Robinson. Finds Walsh, pushing, going downhill. Evan Walsh to the basket. It's going to be a goaltend. The basket will count off the block. And you can see it here. And you can see it on the replay. Evan Walsh going downhill all the way to the hole. Ball goes off the backboard first, and the basket will count for the Bristol Flyers. Well, a timeout's been called on the floor. Bakken Bears leading Bristol Flyers 56 points to 54 at the end of the third. Don't forget, you can watch the Flyers next in action on Saturday. Surrey Scorchers are in town. Super League Basketball Trophy action, Saturday, October 5th. Tickets available at bristolflyers.co.uk. You can also watch the game on DAZN this season. Then don't forget this one. Big game coming up for Flyers. Their ENBL home opener. German Bundesliga side Bakken, Bamberg Baskets are in town on Wednesday, October 16th. And you can get your tickets for that one over at bristolflyers.co.uk as well. You can also get a 4-game ENBL bundle over at the Flyers website for all home games. They're going to actually review this goaltending violation that was called. Coach Kapula successfully overturned a goaltend in the first half, and Anders Sommer now looking to challenge this call. It was a block by Hargrove, and it's hard to tell from that angle, but that close-up angle might be able to offer a bit more insight for the officials, and they've seen enough here. So score is currently listed as 56-54 going into the fourth quarter. It's going to be a back and ball for these last few moments here. Just 1 second on the game clock for the end of this third quarter. So Bakken Bears have drawn something up out of this timeout. Vinther to inbound. Finds Bolin. Oh, well, that will do it for the end of the third quarter. Bit of an anticlimax in the timeout. But at the end of 3, it is the Bakken Bears that lead the Bristol Flyers by 2 going into the fourth quarter. And you do not want to turn this one off. This one's going right down to the wire. Don't forget, Flyers are in action. Surrey 89ers, Saturday, October 5th. Get your tickets right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. It's SLB Trophy action, the home opener, first home game of the first competitive home game of the season for Coach Kapoulis' side. And then don't forget also, you can get tickets right now for Flyers v Bamberg Baskets in the ENBL home opener for Coach K's team. It promises to be an exciting evening of European hoops. Atmosphere is always great on Wednesday night action at the SGS College Arena. 10 minutes to go in this one then. Year-old King leads the way for the Bakken Bears. He has 23 points and 7 rebounds to his name. The next leading scorer after him is EJ D'Amberville, 8 points and 6 rebounds off the bench. Meanwhile, for the Flyers, they are led by Evan Walsh, who has 15 points and 3 rebounds. Just 20 minutes of action for him. Keely Johnson and Damon Robinson both on 12 points apiece. And Trey Tennyson has 6. Here's a look at some of those key plays from the second half. Evan Walsh does well to draw the contact on that possession. D'Amberville able to knock down the open triple. Bakken just 5 for 21 from 3 as a team in this game. Flyers are 3 for 13. So neither team really able to get it going from outside. It's been a real slugfest at times, this one. Low scoring game, 56 points to 54 with 10 minutes to go at the Sparkassen Denmark Basketball Centre. And the fourth quarter is officially underway. Berg swings to Hargrove. Hargrove pulls up from the top of the key, knocks it down. And that is the perfect start to this fourth quarter for the Bakken Bears. Lewis. Here's Jared Sherfield. Flies trailing by 4. Tennyson calling for the screen. Screen comes from Damon Robinson. Trey Tennyson looking to go downhill, ends up losing possession. D'Amberville looking to push in transition. Ends up with D'Amberville once again, kicks it out to Skylar Bolin. D'Amberville, extra pass to Berg, fakes the 3, drives downhill. Polakovic inside, good ball movement from Bakken, and it results in a Skylar Bolin 3. Seven-point lead now for Bakken. It's their biggest lead of the game so far. Tennyson turns it over into the hands of Bolin. Bolin for 3. That would have been a dagger if that one had dropped. Flies another turnover for them, but into the hands of Kendall Lewis. Now finds Trey Tennyson. It's a 1-on-2 here. Trey Tennyson off the glass and in. And that is some much needed points for the Flyers as they get their first field goal of this fourth quarter. D'Amberville. Polakovic. Bolin looking to turn the corner, finds Berg. Thought about the 3. Backing down Kendall Lewis, spins. Nice move. Able to draw the contact, and it's going to be a foul called. And that will send Bakken Bears to the line. See Damon Robinson coming over on the help there. But the foul was called on Jared Sherfield in the end. Corey Samuels takes a seat for the Flyers. Keely Johnson comes back in. Well, Jacob Polakovic at the line. He's got 5 points and 5 rebounds to his name so far tonight. Can't get it to go on the first. Knocks down the second. Extends the Bakken Bears lead out to 6. Bears switching back to this zone defense. Sherfield into Tennyson, open for 3, drains the 3. And Trey Tennyson, all he needs is that little bit of space, and he'll knock down that triple. Half the lead to 3. D'Amberville, Jukic, guarded by Sherfield. Jukic, nowhere to go, finds Berg. Berg for 3 on the wing, knocks it down. And back-to-back threes for the Bakken Bears. Oh, nice pass into Johnson, back out to Sherfield, into the paint, great offload to Damon Robinson, who muscles inside for 2. Leads down to 4. Hargrove. Out to Jukic. Danberville now. Berg rolling to the basket. Looking for position inside. Top to Polakovic. Danberville. Oh, Hargrove even. Oh, it's stolen away by the Flyers. Tennyson weaving his way through traffic. High off the glass. Can't get it to go. Robinson with the offensive rebound. He's able to draw the foul. And that's great hustle from the Flyers forward. Chance to cut this down to a 2-point game if he can knock down both his shots at the line. Here you see it on the replay. Hargrove ends up on the deck. And Trey Tennyson in and out dribble all the way to the bucket. And that's what Kendall Lewis does so well for this Bristol Flyers team. Gathering in those offensive rebounds. Can't convert on the first though. Chance to make it a 1-possession game. Second one no good either. Here's Bolin. King. Jukic calling for it. It's got Trey Tennyson on it. Backing down inside. Double team comes. King thought about the 3, puts it on the deck. Extra pass to Polakovic off the glass and puts it in for 2. As he pushes the lead out even further for the Bakken Bears. I think Kendall Lewis is... I think he's bleeding, is he? As he is treated by the medical staff. He's got a nosebleed. That's a nasty knock to the face for Kendall Lewis. Owen McCormack checks in for him. Johnson to inbound. Here's McCormack. Up top to Keedy Johnson. Screen comes from McCormack. Johnson waves it away. McCormack puts it on the floor, finds Jared Sherfield on the wing for 3. Can't get the drop. Bolin. Polakovic. Top to Bolin. Spins. Johnson almost knocks it loose. Mid-range 2 for Hargrove. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Polakovic. He's well on the way for his double-double now. 10 points and 6 rebounds. Keedy Johnson, step back 3. Can't get it to go. Sherfield on the offensive glass. He can't get it to go. And Robinson able to draw the foul. The basket will count. And he'll go to the line for a bonus. Now Damon Robinson, now up to 16 points for the Flyers tonight. As Kendall Lewis, he took that knock to the face earlier in the period. Can't get the bonus to go. Flyers have missed their last 3 free throws here. Polakovic inside to Jukic, guarded by Tennyson. Jukic backing down, nice pass into Year-Old King, who's now up to 25 points for the Bakken Bears. Timeout Flyers. Coach K looking to talk this one through. Bakken Bears extend the lead to their biggest lead of the game at 8 points. They've outscored the Flyers 15 points to 9 in this 4th period. Year-Old King now has 25 points to go along with his 7 rebounds. Skylar Bolin not far behind on 10 points to go along with 6 assists. Jacob Polakovic, 10 points and 7 rebounds as well. Don't forget, Flyers fans, Surrey 89ers are the next home game at the SGS College Arena, Saturday, October 5th. You can get your tickets right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. It's the home opener for the Super League trophy for Coach Kapoulas' side. And then you can next watch the Flyers in European action when Bamberg Baskets from Germany come to the SGS College Arena Wednesday, October 16th. And tip-off for that game is at 7:30 p.m. Well, just over 5 minutes to go in this one. Flyers find themselves in an 8-point hole. There's still plenty of time for this game to go either way. Johnson takes a screen from Robinson. He's got Skylar Bolin on him. Another screen comes from Robinson. Skip pass to Walsh, extra pass to Tennyson, open for 3, can't get it to go. And the rebound is batted into the hands of Jukic. Bolin, screen from King. Polakovic. Now finds Hargrove, got Trey Tennyson on it. Shot clock down to 6. Hargrove for 3, gets the rattle and gets the drop. Terence Hargrove for 3. And just like that, the Bakken Bears are out to a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter. Walsh inside to Robinson, ends up with him. McCormack puts it on the floor, out to Keedy Johnson on the floor. And Damon Robinson able to draw the foul. Shot clock was winding down. Well, that's going to be Polakovic's 3rd personal foul in this game. Damon Robinson will head to the line. Chance to chip away at this Bakken Bears lead. Able to knock down the first. Now up to 17 points for the Bristol Flyers. Can't get the second to go either. The Flyers' free throw shooting could come back to haunt them in this one. Jukic. Oh, nice pass and an alley-oop jam. Polakovic with the finish. The Bakken Bears are feeling it right now. Walsh puts it on the floor. Walsh count it and the foul. Evan Walsh responds with a 3-point play at the other end. Walsh now up to 17 points for the Flyers, the team's joint leading scorer this evening. Now makes that 18 points. Makes it a single-digit deficit. 3.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Oh, it's knocked loose by Robinson. As Jacob Polakovic takes a seat. It's really come alive in this 4th quarter. Now 12 points and 8 rebounds. Here's King. Swings to Hargrove. King hands off with Bolin. Good defense by the Flyers, and they come up with an all-important steal. It's just over 3 minutes to go in the 4th. Johnson. It's going to be an out of bounds for Owen McCormack, who stepped on the sideline. Just when Flyers start to pick up that momentum, it's a costly turnover. You see it there, he just stepped on the sideline before putting the ball on the floor. It's going to be an offensive foul the other way, though, as Sylvester Berg on the screen didn't plant his feet. And Bristol Flyers will be in the bonus for the last 3 minutes of this fourth quarter. Berg takes a seat. That will be his 5th personal foul of the game, as he is fouled out of this one. 11 points, 4 rebounds to his name tonight. Under 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Johnson, skip pass, McCormack, open for 3. Can't get it to go, it's way off the mark. And Polakovic gathers in the rebound. His 9th of the game. Berg kicks it out to Hargrove. Hargrove puts it on the deck. He can't get the finish. Evan Walsh looking for the ball here. And it comes off the foot. Bakken Bears retain possession. Skylar Boland for 3 knocks it down. And that is a dagger triple for the Bakken Bears, as he gets his tally up to 16 points so far tonight. It was a breakdown in the possession for Bakken, and somehow Boland left wide open for 3. And he makes the Flyers pay from downtown. And just like that, Bakken Bears are out to their biggest lead of the game. 12-point lead for them, with just under 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Year-old King leads the way for Bakken. He has 25 points and 7 rebounds. And Skylar Boland now 13 points and 6 assists, the next leading scorer for the Bakken Bears. Polakovic, 12 points, 9 rebounds, just a single rebound shy of a double-double. And then Sylvester Berg fouled out with 11 points and 4 rebounds for the hosts. Flyers are led by Evan Walsh, who has 18 points. Ron Robinson, 17 points and 4 rebounds. Keely Johnson has 12. Trey Tennyson has 11. And right now the Flyers are in a 12-point hole with under 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Johnson finds Tennyson, puts it on the floor. Tennyson through contact, gets it knocked loose, and it will stay with the Bristol Flyers. Johnson to inbound. Ball into Robinson. Nice pass. Robinson can't get the finish. And the rebound is secured by Berg and Jukic even. Bakken will use every second of this shot clock here. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter now. Polakovic for 3. No good on the triple. Rebound for Walsh. Walsh looking to push. Tennyson joins Johnson. It's going to be a foul called, and he puts it on the floor on Jukic. We'll send Keely Johnson to the line because Bakken, they are in the penalty. Keely Johnson good on the first. Chance to cut it down to 11 here. No good on the second. Almost got the offensive rebound, but it goes into the hands of Polakovic, and he completes his double-double. Boland, guarded by Johnson. Now King. Minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. Jukic backing down. It's stolen away by Bristol. Johnson picks up his dribble. Walsh thought about the 3. It's going to be a travel. on Evan Walsh. And that could just about do it here. Here's Skylar Bolin, guarded by Keedy Johnson. Palakovic. Triple is good for King, knocks it down, and Bakken Bears are having fun out there now. Timon Robinson responds at the other end, cuts it down to 11. Jukic. Bolin. Out to King. Another 3-ball on the way. Can't get it to go this time. Another offensive rebound for Palakovic. His 11th of the game. Oh, nice pass and jammed in. Hargrove Jr. with the flush. Trey Tennyson responds at the other end. And a timeout's been called on the floor. It's an 11-point lead for Bakken Bears. They used their last timeout of the game. Well, don't forget, Flyers fans, you can next see the Flyers in action at the SGS College Arena this Saturday when it's SLB Trophy action. The Surrey 89ers are in town. Get tickets right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. You see that flush from Hargrove Jr. Trey Tennyson just responded at the other end. Despite having an 11-point lead with under a minute to go, Bakken burn their timeout here. Well, it's 14 seconds to go in this one. Bakken Bears will start their ENBL Championship defence with a win here at home against the Bristol Flyers. As for the Flyers, they will go 0-1 in their second season in the European North Basketball League. All that's left here is to get the ball in bounds. There's a slight differential between shot clock and game clock, but it won't matter. It's going to be a foul called on Evan Walsh. As Skylar Bolin ends up on the deck. A few words here between both of the teams. Has been a competitive game here tonight. I think Bolin was appreciative of that foul with just 2 seconds to go in the game. Well, just 2.4 seconds to go in this one. Ball goes into Hargrove Jr. and that will do it. The Bakken Bears get their ENBL title defence off to a winning start with an 11-point win over the Bristol Flyers. And it was a hard-fought win for the Bakken Bears. They were trailing at the half. They rallied back in the third quarter. They started the third period on a 9-2 run, just retake the lead, and they never really looked back after that. And they will take a 1-0 record into their next game in the defence of their ENBL championship. As for the Flyers, it's a losing start to their second season in the European North Basketball League. But Coach Kapoulis can certainly take positives from his team's performance here tonight as they return to Super League basketball action this weekend against the Surrey Niners. Don't forget, get tickets for that game right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. 7:30 p.m. tip-off on Saturday, October 5th. And then next up, you can watch the Flyers in European action. Their ENBL home opener, Bamberg Baskets, is coming up next for them. German Bundesliga side coming to the SGS College Arena Wednesday, October 16th. And tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. Well, just a quick roundup of the leading scorers in this one. Your Old King led the way for Bakken Bears, 27 points and 7 rebounds for the Bakken Bears. And then meanwhile, the Flyers were led by Damon Robinson, who had 19 points, and Evan Walsh, who had 18 points. But at the end of this one, it is the Bakken Bears that take a home win over the Bristol Flyers, 83 points to 72. That's going to do it for our coverage on Flyers TV, powered by ATPI. I'm Joel Osborne saying so long, and we'll see you next time. points. Down
you.